Okay, guys, today we will not only talk about world-changing news and how they will affect the whole crypto market. Davincij can't wait to talk about that. It will be crazy, guys. We will also talk about the short-term outlook for Bitcoin, which will also be quite surprising, and two different altcoins which you do not want to miss out. So that being said, Davincij, we want to get into the most important question of today. Finally, how are you feeling today, my man?
I am doing great, thank you. You know what? I came into my office early one day this week, and the guard would not let me in. He said that I was drunk because I was walking with a limp.
For real? But you didn't drink anything, isn't it?
No, I didn't. It was early in the morning. It was like 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, what? How could I be drinking anymore?
I mean,
just to get to my office to get some work done.
Isn't that the best time to drink?
Yeah, you know.
Maybe in Germany. So it's great to get that update. Great to see that you are fine. Thank you so much. And guys, we also want to announce more than 10, I think like nearly 20 project has contacted us, and we finally chose our first sponsor for this episode. So let me just go quickly into it. We are very glad that they are supporting the channel, because in the long term, without any sponsors, it would be really, really hard to maintain that. So let me show that quickly. It's Folex.io. And why did we choose them out of like nearly 20 different emails? Because three reasons. First reason, one of their partners are our friends. Second reason is the first 750, let me just quickly remove that. The first 750 people who register on that exchange will get an airdrop of one of these altcoins listed here down there, not even the native token. You will get, the first 750 will get an airdrop on that account. Only register, I think not even KYC for the airdrop. Very, very easy. And the last reason is also you get not 25% like on Binance, you get 100% from the trading fees back. So I think that's pretty nice. Check it out. And yeah, we are very glad that they are supporting us. Folex.io, you can see it on the top here and also in the description down below. And now, without any further ado, Davincij, I think we get in the first topic to the first topic of today, which is for you a very important topic. You are an economist, you are a programmer, but most important, you care about the world economy, not only on gold, silver, but also on the Federal Reserve and the money system. So please, please let us know what are these very important news which might affect not only the whole world economy, but also the crypto space.
Yes, well, you know, as you said, I'm an economist. I've studied the economy and how it works, and basically studied how banks work as well and how they function, because it's very important how our economic system functions, and learn how it works so that you can actually get ahead of it and not have you left behind. Now, what I've noticed in the last little while is that there's a lot of people coming out and saying, hey, nothing's wrong here, move along, nothing to see here, move along, right? And just recently, in this weekend, we have the Federal Reserve. Hang on, that's the Fed chairman and the Federal Reserve. They all coming out to say, hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong here. There's nothing to see. We're all good. And by the way, I'm gonna start cheering.
That's the first. That's the first. Can you
see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah. By the way, quantitative easing, which is printing money, that is no longer a problem, right? You know what? All these Fed chairmen said, you know what? This might be bad for the future, but now they're all thinking, no, we tried it. Nothing happened, so now it's going to work, and we're going to use it as a regular tool. So we're going to print money and drop it from helicopters and give it to everybody. Well, not you.
Also, guys,
only the rich people.
The link is given down in the description down below. It's only 90 seconds. You can watch that video after this episode. It's quite entertaining. And Davincij, what you basically want to say, everything they say here, you can take it as a contrarian and just think the opposite. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these guys, right, they're coming out to ensure the market that everything's fine. And obviously when that happens, you know it's not fine. You don't have much time. The market's going to collapse, and be ready for that. So That's my word of caution. Now, how this is going to affect Bitcoin? This is what you want to know, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The dollar is going to collapse someday, and there's going to be a time when you're going to wake up one day and Bitcoin doubled or tripled in price. That's probably going to happen, but that doesn't mean you're going out and buy it right now. No. Not do that.
Exactly.
You continue your cost average buying plan, right? You slowly scale in, because we don't know exactly. We could do a bit of like estimation and statistical analysis on the price, but that's not 100%. And so you have to accept that. And the best way to get into this market right now is to cost average.
Exactly, but I think, first of all, for everyone who is rushing in because of that news Davincij is dropping on us, we will go to you and we will find you. Mike Tyson and Schwarzenegger and the whole MMCrypto team will come to you and find you. But also, if you look at the economy, when the economic meltdown comes, and you look at countries like Venezuela or also Turkey, which has a big inflation last year, you can see that the adoption actually increases a lot on crypto. So when the economic meltdown comes, even though in the short term it might also collapse on crypto, but in the long term it would be obviously kind of beneficial to Bitcoin, because it is the solution to this problem quantitative easing arises. But you don't know when this economic meltdown comes, because to be honest, I was thinking in 2015 already that it will come, but it didn't came. And ever since then, I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and it seems like they are delaying it more and more and more just by printing more and more money. So you don't know whether it will be next year or in 5 years. You just don't know. But so basically what you want to say, it will happen, definitely. Do you maybe have a time span or so? And also...
I don't know. Here's the thing. I want to actually do research on when the time frame should be for the dollar and the dollar collapse. And so the way I'm going to do it is actually I learned how to do something in trading. Whenever you're doing a statistical analysis, right, and you come up with a hypothesis, you go, okay, yeah, that looks like the market's going to go that way. But what if I'm wrong? So how do you so you look for how are you going to be wrong? And so what I want to do is look for how am I going to be wrong in the dollar collapse, so that I can find the time frame of when it's going to collapse. So that's going to take a lot of work, actually, and I probably won't be able to do it within the next it's going to take me at least, I'm going to have to start probably in 4 months from now, because I got so much other projects to do, and that's a very big project to look at what all the different central banks are doing. What are they doing with their swaps? How much what do they have on their balance sheet, and what are their agreements, and see if I can find out any kind of agreements that they have in order to figure out, okay, well, they could do this in order to delay it, right? So that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking for the time frame. Mm-hmm. Is what could they do in order to delay the inevitable? Yeah. Right? Because that's exactly what they're working on. So you need to find out what they're working on, and will it work?
Yeah, but in the end, it will happen, guys. So make sure you are not on the sidelines just waiting for Bitcoin to drop to 2,800 rather than to 3,100. I mean, don't go all in. Have some money on the sideline, but we are saying that over and over again, because we see everywhere that everyone is hoping now already for Bitcoin to drop. It was the different thing in the beginning of the bear market. Now everyone is hoping for it to drop, and that's a clear indicator that most of you guys are standing on the sideline. Don't stand completely on the sideline. Not completely. So thank you so much, Davincij. That was very, very funny, and you will get the joke when you watch that 90 seconds video, because it's mind-blowing what they are just talking for BS on there. So make sure you watch it after the video. If you watch it right now, we will come for you. Watch it after the video. Link in the description down below as well. So now also a lot of people, because last week we talked about the Bollinger Band squeezing and an explosive and volcanic move coming on Bitcoin. So maybe we can go into the Bitcoin technical analysis and your exclusive outlook for the Bitcoin price for the next week. Very short term, I know, but that's exactly what the people are looking out for right now.
Yeah, sure. So basically, not much has changed in the last little while. I'm actually, you know, I just noticed something just as we were doing this. Oh my God, that is called a Davo right here. What we have is a Wing pattern in the on-balance volume, and if that matches with the Willy, I'm going to close this one here. If this matches down here, oh, almost, but with the Willy, did it do it? Did it do it? No, it didn't. No, so close, so close. If this matched this, if the W pattern matched with the on balance volume, that is a huge explosive move upside. That would have been proof that we're going way higher. But unfortunately, they didn't match. The W pattern, right? The W pattern must be like down, lower, and then up, higher, and then down, but not as low as here. What we saw in the other side is it did create a W pattern, but what happened is it came down here, went up, and then went down lower. So that invalidates the pattern. And same with the Willy, it invalidates the pattern. So we don't have what's called a Davo. I actually have a script for that. If anybody's interested in, because it will tell you when to buy in the markets and stuff like that, and when to sell. It's a what's it called, Pine script for TradingView. If you want, I could leave the link. I could give you the link, Chris, and you can leave it in the link below, so that you could. So if anybody's interested in trading, if you do day trading, if you know how to day trade, use the Davo. But don't do it if you don't know how to day trade. So that's important. Anyways, yes. So what's going on here, Dale, on a short-term time frame, is you can see. There's been a lot of shenanigans going on for the day traders. They've been wiped out, right?
Oh yeah.
Because here's a knob stop, here's a knob stop, so they got stopped out.
That one looks like a long-short liquidation in one candle.
Exactly. They wiped out both longs and shorts in one hour candle there. This indicates that there will be a big move coming, because the big boys are getting rid of any of the kids.
Exactly.
In the market, right? So that they can maximizing their profits. So that's what's happening here. Is it going higher? Is it going lower? We will see. We will see.
But now it's important for every viewer. I mean, that an explosive volcanic move is coming. That's nearly for 100% sure, but we don't know whether it will go up or down. What do you think is basically the higher probability? Is it that it will go up to prices like you said, 4,900, 4,800, maybe in a good case, or whether it will go down? Then the lava will come to us, or something like that. You said.
Yeah, I think it will go up, and I've been joining a bunch of trading groups and asking around what everybody's sentiment is, and all the traders' sentiment is down. But mine is up.
Nice.
Right? Well, I'm the only one I'm the only one out there in the woods. So consider that when we see the next move. I'm sticking with it. If I were trading, actually, I am trading it. I'm trading it to a higher amount. So I'm gonna stick with my trading plan. If I'm wrong, I have an exit strategy, and if I'm right, I'm gonna profit, and that's that.
It's fine. It's fine. And a lot of people sometimes comment, "Oh yeah, you say either it's going up or it's going down." And I mean, obviously, but we are attaching probabilities as well. And you cannot say it more clear, like Davincij said it right now, that it will most probably, in his opinion, go up, even though there's a probability for it going down. And the most interesting thing is the overall sentiment obviously is that it is going down. Is, I mean, maybe besides of our viewers, because and besides of our viewers, because we were talking about that now for a longer time, and I think we started talking about at 3,500 or so it's already going up. So guys, now you have your answer. higher probability for it to go up, and explosive. Obviously, it would be explosive when it goes from 3,900 to 4,800, 4,900. That's a huge explosion, and just imagine what that will do to the altcoins, since the volatility is way higher for them. So very interesting. Talking about altcoins, Davincij, how do you feel about talking about two different altcoins today? Maybe before we talk about Pandora's wallet and wrap up that episode. What we did, basically, again, we checked out the comments on the last videos and took out one of the most suggested altcoins we didn't cover yet. And those altcoins are, the first one is Lisk, and the second one, we can start with Lisk. Is that fine, Davincij?
Start with Lisk? Okay,
yeah.
No problem. Let's see here. I just need to bring up the chart of Lisk. I had the charts of Lisk up, but now it's gone. Hang on.
Fine, yeah.
Let me just switch my screen so that you can see that.
We also had a quick look before the episode on Lisk, to be honest, and Davincij already had some really nice and interesting information from the TA point of view. So make sure, guys, that you stay here and watch that. Do not miss out.
Yeah, so I was looking at this, and I was like, okay, so the boat has left the dock, right? You've missed the boat. I heard a lot of people were commenting about Lisk. I know, even like asking me on the Telegram chat groups. They were asking me about Lisk, and you know what? I think even though when individuals miss the boat, you miss the boat. But when the institutions miss the boat, they bring the boat back. Well, if they bring the boat back, you better get on it.
But only when it's coming back. Only when it's coming back.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And look where the 61.8 is. It's at the break. It's in between the breakout level. The breakout level is right about here, really. Let's see here. I would say it's here. Another person would say it's up here, but I'd have to say it's with this candle body here.
Let me read the Satoshi value.
Breakout level.
Can we make the Satoshi levels bigger, the axis, or maybe I can just read the price? 34,000.
So the Satoshi level is like 34,000 Satoshis is the breakout level. That's a breakout price. But look what's happening at the 61.8. You could consider this level as well as a breakout price, breakout level here. Because there's like a lot of W's here. Because the reason why I'm calling these breakouts, because you can see here there's a Wing pattern. Whoops, let me change the color. There's a Wing pattern. I'm going to delete that. And there's a little bit of a Wing pattern. Oops, I got to take off the magnet. Wing pattern here, like not quite, not as cleanly. Right, but then all of a sudden there's a bigger Wing pattern right here, right? So if you're following the bigger W pattern, this is the breakout level here, and guess where the 61.8 level is? Look at that, right next to the breakout level. Some people might say the breakout level is at the top of the candle, but that's with this big move, this big W. I think it's this one. And besides, it's between that, the difference between those two are not that big, and that's at 35,000 Satoshis. So if you're interested, 35,000 around, sprinkle some orders around 35,000 Satoshis. I think I might do that myself.
Guys, don't rush in there and do the same, please. Many people, when you say that, the people just put in buy orders above your limit order, and then you won't get any of those. That happened already on BNB. Can you remember?
I know it does happen, but you know what? It's not a big deal. I mean, you know what? There's a market everywhere. Okay,
yes, exactly.
If I don't get in here, I'll get in somewhere else. Okay, exactly. So I'm not gonna cry over it.
And that's only like 10% below the current market price, is it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now let's take a look at where this thing can go. Let's back out this market. Oh my goodness! Look at that. If we do a Fibonacci level, retracement level, from this down here. Doesn't really matter exactly the bottom, but Jesus Christ. Look,
cheap.
That is like, just at the 38.2 level, that is 150,000 sats. Yes, 150,000 sats is 38.2, and that's doable. That's doable for it to come up there. But let's be even more conservative and see what if we go down to this last high and move it down, right? And then it's like, okay, not much, but let's see, can we get a double off of? But if we go to the 50% level, let's see, do we get a double here if we bought that 3,500 sats? No, we don't. So yeah, I mean, if you're a day trader, right? This doesn't give you. It gives you a little for a swing trader, not a day trader. Swing trader, it gives you levels right here that you could probably buy down here and sell at the 61.8 level to get a profit. There doesn't seem to be a little lady profit objective here, but taking in the whole move here, yeah, there's lots of money to be made. Probably not in this next cycle. It's probably too early for this cycle for this to get back up to get up to like the 1,500, but it's not out of this world. If this in this cycle, in this March-April cycle, that it gets up here, I would not be surprised.
Dude, that's crazy. That's like a 3x, 3.5x from from the prices now.
Yeah.
And from the buy order, it's even a 4.2x or so. That's crazy.
Exactly.
In Bitcoin. So yeah.
So and if you miss this boat, if you miss, like for example, let's just say I'm buying down here, right? I put my buy orders down here, right? I'm not afraid to let it go, and who knows, it might come up to this level, come right back down, and then I get my fill, right? Because everybody gets, oh no, it came back down and it died and I didn't get in. So well, that's fine. I'm going to get in later on, right? Because I'm patient. I don't have to make money tomorrow. I could wait. And you know what? That's what it's all about, right? You take your time, right? You wait for the market to come to you, and then you wait for your profit objective, and that's it. That's all you do. You're doing a lot of waiting when you're doing trading, and that's it.
Let the market come to you. All right. And you wanted cheap, and you consider 35,000 as cheap. So now, guys, you know his opinion on Lisk, the first of our two altcoins. Davincij, what was the second one actually? What is it, Nano?
It's a coin that I do not like.
Oh, I've
made a lot of money on.
Yes, and it is a coin we at MMCrypto, way back, like 1.5 years back, we made a German video about it, about their shady marketing techniques and so on. But in the end, we can take a look at it. Davincij, just say it. What's your favorite sentence about the trading and the emotions?
Yeah, well, even though I don't like DigiByte, I don't hate it, I don't date it, I just trade it.
Exactly. So don't only trade it, exclude your emotions, and even though we do not very like it, we can have a look at it. If there is a buying opportunity, you can take advantage of that, obviously with a good risk management. So yeah, let's check out DigiByte. Why not?
Yeah, well, DigiByte is let me see, let me share my screen first. Right, so here's a screenshot of me making a lot of money on this thing. I bought this thing like way back here. I mean, even down here, I bought it down here, and I don't have all the buy and sells orders from way back here. But this last buy order that I got in, I mean, I just like, look at that, sold half.
For real, man?
It's crazy, right? So, wow. I mean, I made a lot. Even though I hated this coin from the very beginning, I've made a lot of money.
I didn't know that, guys. He didn't show me that prior to the episode. That's crazy. Crazy.
Can you make more money off of this? For sure. For sure. This thing is designed to scam the average person out of their money every single time.
To scam, yes.
You see it in the charts. From the day one that I started looking at this thing, it was like scam coin.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was so crazy in 2017 in April, July, June, I don't know, June, something like that. They had this big gaming implementation and so on, and they had bots commenting on forums and everything. That was crazy, and it was really, really shady. And really on the very top, one day before this coin was implemented in this game, you saw huge sell orders selling to their own audience, selling to their own community. That was really, really shady. We made some deep in analysis on that, and that was basically the reason why we stopped liking that project in somewhere in 2017 already.
Yeah, I can imagine, right? I mean, you could see this happening in the charts here. I mean, but I mean, you can see here this thing. I mean, this V bottoms here. This is all manufactured.
Yeah. Right.
When you have too many V bottoms, this is manufactured. Like this. Look at this. Manufactured. Completely scam fraudulent. Right. So I'd be careful with this thing. It could disappear tomorrow, so keep that in mind when you're buying this thing. Make sure you only put in like point something percent, 0.5%, not even a whole percent. Forget it.
For many people, it's only like 5 cents.
Exactly. Yeah. This thing, I do not have very much confidence in this coin, and you know what? There's lots of coins like that I got that I had zero confidence in, and I made a lot of money on them. So consider that. This was the buying zone here. This is the buying zone of the last big crazy moves that they had here. We could see that that this is the area to be buying. You could have bought a little bit lower. It's a 78.6. And at the 70.6, you probably got some doubles here. Even way back, starting back in May of 2018, you could have like made some money, some doubles, because look at the 78.6, it's 250 at 500 right there. There you go. You got your double. And then you could have bought back again here, and probably going to get you another double again at the 78.6. It's too late to buy right now. If you're interested in buying this thing, for sure, if you really wanted to get in this thing, you would have to wait for this thing to come back at you. You would be buying in this level, and that'd be perfectly fine, but make sure it's not a lot of money, please, because you know this thing can really turn against you really fast in a heartbeat. We don't know, because this coin is not the greatest coin in the world. They have a lot of shadiness going on, and a lot of shadiness in the price action. So you don't know what exactly is going to happen. So please be careful. You're buying in this area. You can sprinkle your orders in this area. I might do the same. I'm not sure. I have a lot of this coin already, as you can see on the other side there, and I don't think I want any more. So, but I'll consider it if I look at it again later on. Yeah. So that's it. Did you buy it?
So.
It can do some crazy things, of course. It's kind of too early in the cycle for us to say. I would have to say, if you want to, let's see here. This was the bottom of this cycle here. So yeah, I think it's good to go. I don't think it's gonna come back here, unless this coin like is gonna die, which is also possible. But I think they like playing around with the kids and taking their money. So. Yeah, we could make it all the way up to 38.2 as a possibility, which is 1,000 sats. So there's money to be made here, but don't bet the farm.
Yeah, it's so. You like the risk return ratio on Lisk much more, but everyone who is into Digibyte, guys, feel free to check it out. On the other hand, in the beginning they had a lot of good coding on GitHub. They had this different mining algorithms which support decentralization and mining if you are up for that. But everything they did afterwards, that was really greedy from the point of marketing and the price actions. So be aware that the risk return ratio on that coin is not the best. But yeah, Lisk was very positive, I think. Digibyte, so how you want to see it. And Bitcoin also is very positive outlook in the short term and maybe even midterm for the 4,800, 4,900. So this is finally again a more positive episode. So thank you so much, Davincij, for dropping that knowledge on us again and giving us a positive feeling towards the marketplace at the moment. And maybe before we wrap up today's episode, I think you have something to mention about Pandora's Wallet, because you're still working very, very hard on that. Are there any words you want to mention about that?
Yes, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. I'm working on Pandora's Wallet, and we've put out on Monday. We put out an update, and it's running a lot faster. Has a lot less bugs, but still more bugs that we are still working on. We're adding coins as we speak. We're adding new cryptocurrencies. Right now, we've got like 21, and there's going to be we're going to get to that 50, hook or crook. Last night we had a little bit of an accident. Pandora's Wallet went down for a short amount of time, about 4 hours, but we've got it back up and running. We have implemented security protocols so that never happens again. So we've learned from that mistake, and these things are going to happen as you build out a business. You're going to have problems, and you just learn from them and move forward, and that's it.
And you didn't even choose the most easiest project. It's actually something very hard to achieve what you are trying to do there. A wallet where you hold your private keys and you are able through API to trade within different exchanges. So that's obviously not a very easy task to do, but you are nearly at the end, nearly finished with that product. So everyone who wants to test it, who wants to download it, who wants to use it, or maybe even who wants to make the subscription, you will find the link again in the description down below. If you want to support Davincij, he's really working hard. If you go to Twitter, you will see some team photos and so on. It's a lot of people working on that, so really worth the money. Check it out, and I think you can also test it for 30 days or so. So that being said, I think we can wrap up today's episode, only like 31 minutes. Thank you so much, Davincij. We will go to the next episode maybe latest next week. And that being said, guys, everyone watching, make sure you smash up the like button. We want to get as many likes as possible. Last time it was more than 2,000. Thank you so much for that. Please smash it up again, and also leave your favorite altcoins in the comment section down below, because we are actually running out right now. We had a lot of altcoins already covered. A lot of things happened, actually, what Davincij said. It's not a big surprise, to be honest, but leave them in the comment section down below. We will check it out and cover it in the next episode. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for smashing up the like button, coming into the Telegram group, subscribing, commenting, everything, sharing that video. So thank you so much. And as always, we will see each other in the next episode, and bye-bye.